That's something we definitely can't understand that happened. I believe in those things. I'm telling you.
You do?
Yeah, somebody trying to throw something on us. Those things are never done by one person. It's groups. I came to find out just 3 years ago that people exchange curses and stuff like that on group chats and stuff, and they come together.
What? Even here?
Oh, man,
My mom tells me that all the time.
I fell on one and
back
I was like,
home,
shook.
back home, I'm like, okay, maybe it can happen.
I fell on one and there was like 20 people on, and they was talking about, well, you take the bones and then you do. I'm like, and I silently left.
They invited you in the group.
No. I fell on one on Instagram, and there was like maybe 20 people in the group chat, and they were discussing how to put a curse on somebody.
So okay, but okay,
they exist. They exist. They're out there.
Let's clarify. Are you superstitious?
Superstitious? No, not so much. Like I'm like, oh, black cat or blah, blah, blah. Not really. But there are some things when I can't explain them, I relegate them to a spiritual occurrence.
So okay, if you don't mind me asking, what is your belief?
I believe in God. I believe in the universe or God or whatever you call it. I believe there's
omnipresent. Like he knows the past, present, future. He knows your thoughts.
I don't relegate God to a person because I always felt like if we're made by something that is omnipotent, then it cannot be us. Like if I make a drawing, my drawing is, I'm greater than my drawing. I'm greater than my creation. So I think it's a universal thing. I believe in the universe. I believe we're in cycles of life. Like I believe like now we have buildings, we have technology. I believe a billion probably years before they had not the same technology, but they reached the same peak.
So it's like a grand reset.
Yeah, but that's why I think they talk about in religion, they talk about like huge floods and stuff. I think life goes through a reset because human beings are known to pushing the limits, and then Earth has to maybe counteract. Like.
But wouldn't there be proof of those civilizations?
Earth got its own. We live on Earth, but Earth is a living organism.
True.
So it heals itself, and it also gets rid of what it needs to get rid of. And that's not even a spiritual thought. I think that's just...
No, but meaning like, dinosaurs we know exist because of bone.
That's what they say, but we don't even know. They might be putting bones together and stuff. We don't even know that. Okay. I've always believed like I think they form a caucus, like anthropologists and all that, and they let you know what they've decided in the room. Like this is what we're going to let the people know, and this is what it is. Because in China, there's records of certain emperors having triceratops. They say had a beast that ate horses.
You're talking about like the dragon culture.
Yeah. They talk about it having 3 horns. I be reading crazy stuff too.
No, but that's actually funny because we.
But just to get back to the question, you said, I think, life goes through a reset, and there's other things than just human beings and nature. There's something in between. There's things in between, There's things in between.
And how did you reach these beliefs exactly? How did you get
personal experience.
Oh, okay.
That's for me. That's not for everybody. That's just for me. For me, that's how it works in my life. And like I've had situations where I should have been in trouble and it just slid off for me.
And you equate that to a higher power.
Yeah, to something else that's there protecting me, or I just can't explain it. I don't have the blueprint to how it works. That's the thing sometimes I don't know, But sometimes I also notice when I don't stress things and I just go with what people will refer to as faith, things usually happen in a greater way for me. When I plan things, a lot of times there's something might try to stop it. But when I go with faith and I just go, you know what will be, a lot of times, 9 times out of 10, it goes better. Now, I don't know what causes that. That's why I wouldn't say it's God or whatever. It's the universe. Yeah. That's definitely something, That's definitely something. I've been in too many situations where I got saved from consequences that could have been bad, And I was like, man, that was impossible. Just yesterday I was at VSL and I was taking away a bottle and there was nothing but glass cups on top. I pulled it, all the glasses fell. Hard. Blah! None of them broke. None.
So you associate that to luck or to a higher power?
I don't believe in luck. Yeah, it's higher. There's things amongst us. I don't know if it's a higher power because I hate thinking there's some type of man on a cloud computing.
No, it doesn't necessarily need to be that.
But you understand what I mean.
Yeah. The classical vision of it.
That's just a man's vision of it. But I think if you look at the universe, you got animals that can change color like an octopus. You got animals that live underwater. You got other ones that they jump up, they fly off. That's a bird. But how the hell a bird fly, man? Like there's some things we take for granted. And when you sit back and look at it, you're like, whoa.
Yeah, but we know why.
Yeah, because they give us explanations. But
yeah, it's called evolution. It's purest form.
It's more than that, That's how I see life,
Because life, one thing for sure, it's natural selection, right? If your race, or even into the infinite small, right, microbes and stuff like that, if you're not able to survive, you die and your race disappears. So purpose is for the grand survival of the race, the tribe, whatever it is.
Or the species or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So through evolution, that's why they say men went from walking on the floor to standing up and stuff like that to go and reach. Giraffes have long necks because whatever type of fruit they ate were higher, so they had to adapt, right? And you can observe it. You can reproduce. Because, the scientific method is pretty simple. So you have to observe it first, see it in nature, then understand it and replicate it. All these three things, mostly when it comes to evolution, can be done.
But these are theories, which means this is the
theory,
the furthest they went with that understanding, with the proof that they have.
You say it's a theory because you think a theory means it's not proven? In science, a theory is actually a science.
But a theory is not a fact.
No, it is in science. Yes.
A theory?
Yes. The term definition doesn't mean the same thing as us. How we
the
use
definition of theory is...
A theory is a fact. The theory of gravity is gravity. If you go into the science, if you go Google it later on, you'll see when you say a theory of something, because it evolved from an idea and now it has been proven. It's not a theory like how we speak about it. The theory is an idea, but it hasn't been a fact yet. But in science, a theory, when it becomes a theory, la théorie de Pythagore, it's a fact. It's because he started the theory and it became the science that it is. So the term theory, what you think the definition is not what scientists use as facts.
As facts.
The theory of relativity of Einstein has been proven. It's a fact. It's not an idea that we cannot prove. You know what I mean?
But what he's trying to say is that's the information that it's a theory, it's a fact till today.
Exactly. Later, somebody might find something else. That's
Fair.
how I think.
100%. But there's certain...
Exactly.
I get that because science constantly evolves.
Yes.
But let's just say gravity, right? You can throw a million objects, the same object, a million times, it's always going to fall, right? It's always going to fall. That's a fact. It's not going to happen in 100 years. All of a sudden, that's going to fly up. It's not going to happen.
Maybe the reason why it's become different because with discovery...
No, it could change because gravity could, right? These are factors that you put in your equation because everything in science is numbers, right? The universal language of the world. Now, E equals mc square. The E can change. Energy, mass versus, you know what I mean? So depending on your weight, like the theory of your weight. If you go and open up a bath, right? You fill up the bath fully and you go inside, your weight is going to come out in water every time. Now you can have more water, less water, smaller bath or not. It doesn't change anything, but the numbers vary, right? So gravity, when you go in science and rocket, these are mathematics. The science is the same. The numbers that you put in differ.
Yeah, differ.
But those are facts with the information we have now. Get what I'm saying or not?
Yeah.
That's why. So these sciences, where especially mathematics, science, and physics, it's evolving because we're adding to it. It doesn't all of a sudden, scratch that. Everything we said was wrong. This is the truth.
Oh, they're building off.
They're building, right?
They build off the theory.
Exactly. They're saying,
theories.
this was this. Oh, but wait. We thought this was influenced by this, but no, it's influenced by that. But this remains whatever it is.
So it still means that a theory is never perfect.
A theory
it could be always worked upon.
No, it could evolve depending on if you change the factor. So the biggest issue Einstein had was the infinite big versus the infinite small. The rules do not apply the same. If you go to the infinite small in a microscope, the rules of science,
Like micro, macro.
yeah, exactly. The rules are not the same, and they're not able to find a universal formula that will work for both. But whatever they do in the mathematics and probabilities when they do calculations, the formulas work perfectly here, and for the infinitely big, they work perfectly here. Now there's a zone where they intertwine, and we didn't find it yet. It's not because we did not find it that means this and this are wrong.
Yeah.
Right? An apple is an apple. If we don't know where the apple came from, it still remains an apple.
That's why I say that the theory is like, with all the knowledge they were able to accumulate thus far, this is the intelligence, this is the theory, because this is how far they've been able to study the thing. But it's prone to change in the future.
But not that information. We're going to add to it. It's like the Big Bang Theory. We can reproduce it in a lab right now, right? But we're not able to create something from nothing yet. Now, it doesn't mean everything that happened afterwards is wrong. This is the furthest we got to information.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's what I mean by that. So we have to be careful. Now, science, again, there is hidden agendas. There's this and this.
Yeah,
and that.
because they have understandings. They have fraternities for anthropology.
100%. But they all have a common, because knowledge is power.
Yeah. So
Right.
you tell yourself too that means that if they're in a room discussing it, there's things that they're not willing to divulge to
Fair.
the general public
Yet.
Fair.
that
Fair.
are part of other things that, you know what I mean?
So I'll give you an example. GPS, right, was
80s, 60s, 80s,
60s.
60s.
Was a technology that the military had.
Yeah, they
that
had
they
that.
never shared.
Yeah, they never
But
shared.
now they shared it to the public.
That's right.
So probably they have other things.
Yes.
It doesn't make it false still. You know what I'm saying? That's just what I mean. It's like saying, the earth, like tomorrow, nobody's going to come, no scientific body is going to come and say, we fucked up. The planet is not spheric, it's a triangle. It's never going to happen.
I understand.
You know what I mean? They might say, the land, because of gravity now, is getting more stretched, the poles or whatever it is. But the mathematics, the science behind it to calculate it and to see how it is remain the same. It's just the numbers.
Yeah.
It's like me saying 2 + 2 = 4, right? The addition mathematics is a fact. Now, if I put 8 + 8 = 16, it's different numbers, but it's the same formula.
Yeah.
So a theory is the formula is set in stone. Now the numbers can vary, right? That's all I'm saying.
I agree.
So an apple, like now we have fruits that never existed 100 years ago because we fused 2 grains together to make, like broccoli does not exist in nature,
Yeah, no, it's generic, yeah.
right? Now, does it make that broccoli does not exist?
True. Even carrots, orange as they are, they're not the original.
Yeah, they're saying bananas originally had seeds.
Yes.
Now with time, now does it make the banana today not a banana? Yes, it is, but we know that it evolved, right? It's not all of a sudden going to say, no, it didn't come from a banana, it came from a tomato, for example, right? That's why I don't think science is going to come, by the way, we did not evolve from the chimpanzee or the Australopithec, whatever they called it. We came from, let's just say giraffes or rhinoceros. It's not going to happen. Right? Like the theory's here. Now, there might be missing links, but we have enough clues and information where we can pretty much pinpoint our evolution. Dinosaurs, we know they were here about approximately with the carbon calculation, but nobody's going to come and say, no, we fucked up. They weren't here. You know what I mean? We have the proof. We're able to calculate it. Now, the calculation could be a bit wrong. It's not 12 million years ago. Maybe it was 7 million years ago. Still remains a fact. It's just the timing, the specifics of it, right?
Yeah.
It's like somebody telling me, like, I'm 5'7". Then you find out he's 5'6'8", let's just say. Still, you know what I mean? Like it's numbers and evolving on how you see it and how you perceive it and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And when it comes to religion, sadly, when you say they sit in between 4 walls and they determine certain things,
Yes.
these are based on, and I don't want nobody to take this the wrong way, based on rumors. There is no fact. We have historical facts of certain things being, for you to be existent in history, from a historical point of view, there has to be more than one witness,
Yeah.
right? So there was the Romans when it comes to Jesus. There was the Roman artifacts talking about this man that was preaching through the people. There's the biblical people, and then there's the Jews that talked about him.
Like
So-
you said before, though, it's always the victors that write the history. So you don't necessarily know.
But we can all agree that there was a Second World War. That's not going to change.
The only thing I have against science and all these other things is just that I have to rely on another person's calculations.
But you have to rely
So
on
it's
everybody.
not. I can't put all my beliefs in it. I could take certain things for base. Yes, you're right. Like certain things. But because I have a belief in spirituality, and I also understand science, I kind of have to formulate my own understanding of it.
So you
all.
feel like they clash?
Yes.
How so?
There are things that people can't explain scientifically that literally happen.
Like what?
Man, there's so many things. If I give you like, let's say, might be a man walk through rain and not get wet, and you're like, but how did he not get wet? Scientifically, it's impossible. How did he? Then you'd be in a room for like 100 hours, like trying to figure out how rain was falling. It's clear, yet he walked through and there's no rain on him.
Okay, fair. But again, like
Then it breaks all. You know what I mean? It breaks it's like, damn, was he special or just what was that? Like that's where I'm at with it. I'm like, oh, okay. So sometimes that's what I meant. Like Earth has its own thing, and we have our own understanding, but there's things in between that go on.
So I'll give you the opposite of this all. Exorcisms. Just to give you an example. Very popular in the 60s, 50s, right? Now today with science, we know is mental illnesses, bipolarism, dementia, schizophrenia, multiple personalities and stuff like that.
That's what they call it.
But because we can reproduce it.
What I could tell you for fact is that I had a friend that was schizophrenic. Facts.
Uh-huh.
My brother can attest to this. Anytime we went to see him, you talked to him, he knew what you was thinking.
Okay.
9 out of 10.
9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. Scary.
Okay. Thinking as in you.
Your thought.
Okay.
You with him, sit down. No, bro, we're not going to go to the store. How'd you know? I know. Scary. How you know? Yeah. People I've met very few people like that, but I've met a few, and that just
No, but that could be somewhat explained.
overthrown my whole beliefs about every damn thing
But
in
wait,
life.
but that example is very interesting. So he was schizophrenic. So that means the wiring in his brain is already okay.
By science, he's supposed to be defective, right?
No. Wait 1 second. This is what a lot of people do, this mistake, and this is branding, and this is a social construct. So science does not give labels, broken or not broken. It's different from the majority. It's always the laws of the average, right? So if you're schizophrenic, that means you hear things that the average person
Cannot hear.
I had a schizophrenic level 2 where he heard voices. He did not see people. The guy that had the Nobel Prize of Mathematics, beautiful mind, he saw 3 people that never existed in front of him. And he was able to function knowing that those 3 people was a cop, a girl, and an old lady. That they would be like, as you see me right now, he would see them, but he was the only one to see them.
Oh, let me give you a better example.
Okay.
How'd the video shut off twice?
I can give you a scientific reason
Yeah,
why.
but
But you know what I mean?
But even you were like,
No, but me, I'm like, what are the odds that it happened with you twice?
there you go.
That's what's freaking me out.
But that's what I'm talking about.
Okay,
in
for the
life.
people that understand, we recording for the second time.
Third time.
But technically the third time, but the second time today, because that guy over there, the first time he got here 2-3 weeks ago, same thing happened like a month ago.
Yeah.
Same thing happened.
And we've been doing this for 6 years.
Yeah. And
never
remember,
happened like it didn't record.
remember, you were puzzled.
No, I am puzzled because,
But
again,
that's exactly my stance on it. I'm like, but this, how? So I have to back off and go, you know what? Some things, perhaps some things are not meant to be known.
fair. 100%. I can agree with you on that. I just find it known,
Yeah,
but
you could be
because I don't
felt,
understand it, that means
could
it's
be
a higher
felt,
power.
but not known. I think, that you're just going to drive yourself crazy trying to know. Some things you just have to respect.
No, but for sure. Like, again, it's like rolling dice, right? Probabilities.
Yeah, probability.
1 chance out of 6 that it's going to come on one of the numbers, right? Logically. But there's this infinite small probability that you're going to roll it and it's going to stay at the corner.
Yes.
Doesn't happen a lot,
Yes.
but there is a probability. The time that it happens, it's not a higher power. It's the probabilities. This computer fucking up twice with you, the probabilities were very, very low, but they were existent. They were not non-existent. You get what I'm saying?
No,
No, but these are math.
no, I understand what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying.
I understand
Like,
what you're saying. But you're breaking it down to, again, you're trying to get a code, you're trying to get a.
but yes, but we
Break
live
it
in
down.
but we
He
live
does.
in a code.
Yeah.
We
But
live in
I
a code.
believe that once I see those things, I don't try to break down the code. I just respect what I'm feeling.
No, I respect
You understand
that.
what I'm saying?
Because-
I'm not gonna go, you know what? Let me break it down. It's cause I'm gonna just go, you know what? Whatever happened here, look, don't do that again. So if ever it is, I speak to my own conscience, let it be put into the universe, because I do not know. I
the
respect
fact that I do not know is okay. That I have no problem with it. But I just find it fascinating, like people that believe in karma, right? You believe in karma, I'm guessing?
Man, somewhat. Even karma puzzles me, because how is it karma when some people did so many bad things to
Exactly.
people, and yet they rule them, and yet they do great? And a lot of times people that are totally bad or evil, they conspire to do things. They live greatly. So if karma was real, shouldn't they
Yeah.
get something
Catch
back?
up or something.
But then they
Yeah.
tell you because you don't see the greater, higher power behind it than the greater picture.
And sometimes it's true. You have fraternities, they do things. They get together, they do hymns, they do incantate. So that side, that's why I always that side of life is real too.
No, but it's beliefs, right? If you believe in something very hard, it doesn't make it true.
I don't know if it's just beliefs. I think it's certain hidden knowledge.
No, because a lot of
Hidden
people,
knowledge
if
is
it
different
works,
than a belief.
they did it well. If it doesn't work, they didn't do it proper. I remember prayer, right? You pray, and the good things happen. It's like, see, your prayers worked. If it didn't happen because you didn't pray right, because you did a lot of bad. We can always justify an action or reaction to
Yeah, so
anything.
to some extent, you're right.
Exactly.
But
And-
most of the time, when I did take time interiorly,
yeah,
things usually do happen better.
because it's your focus.
Perhaps, yes.
That is your focus. Because we see what we focus on, right? If you only see positive people, only think about positive things happen to them.
Yeah, but negative people think negative stuff, and they still have positive outcomes sometimes.
But it's
You're like,
impossible
how weird
to be.
is that?
But it's impossible to be negative constantly. Like it's
At a certain point, just kill
you
yourself.
have to eventually. Like I
yeah.
said, even a broken clock is right twice a day.
Twice a day,
So
yeah.
you could be the worst unlucky person. You're gonna get lucky here and there. Like it's impossible.
To never, yeah, you're right.
Impossible. Like all the odds, all the
No,
probabilities.
but
are-
that said, you can't say that. See, right there, you don't know that.
of course I do.
No, you don't. No.
Of course I do.
Somebody out there definitely never had luck, and that's a probability too.
Never had luck their entire life is
Yes.
impossible.
You don't know that, man.
No, because okay.
You're saying that as no. That's
No,
too
but
many-
I'll tell you it's a fact. Why?
So
Because
you're saying that for everybody on earth? You going?
yes.
Yes.
Yes, because the luck is quantifiable first, and it's something very personal. You find $10 on the floor, you say, oh, I'm so lucky. I find $10 on the floor, I say, poor guy, somebody lost $10. It's perspective, right? It's not about luck. It's how you decide. I can put a rock in my pocket and say it's a diamond. You could say it's just a rock, but it gives me happiness. It comes from superstition. If we win, it's because I didn't clean my socks, because these are my winning socks. Is it luck, bad luck, good luck? I'm the one who decides. I give
So
it
it's
that
still
power.
like a program. That's what
Exactly.
You're
It's your focus. It's you determine these things. If you do good things and good things happen to you, you're like, shit, because I'm doing good, God, the universe, whatever you want to give the higher power to, is giving back. But then my mom is the most expert. Something happens, she's like, oh, you did something bad. That's why something bad happened to you. But for somebody to have bad things happen to them constantly, first, they wouldn't survive. They wouldn't last long.
Oh yeah,
They wouldn't last long. They would die literally after 10 minutes on Earth, right? The most unluckiest is probably a baby born and then he dies. Yes, I agree with you. That person, his entire life was unlucky.
Yes.
I agree. It lasted 5 minutes, but I agree.
Yeah, that was his life.
That was his life. But I'm talking about a regular person being unlucky every day. How do you survive?
Yeah, but you can't take account for everybody on earth, bro. You got to, like, you saying that's the fact for every.
Yeah,
See,
because
I
luck is
can't
not
agree with
quantifiable.
you.
Because luck is not a fact. You cannot quantify.
I could say most people. I could say, yeah, most, but I can't say that for everybody.
Have you ever met somebody that was only unlucky?
Stay away from that person.
No, but it doesn't exist.
I've
Because
met people,
let me explain you. Let me explain a
I've
different
known
way of, seeing things. Bad shit happened to me, and I call that luck. Because like I'm lucky that I'm
Perspective.
going through this shit right now.
to learn
Because
from
it's gonna
it.
make me 20
Because
times
the most
stronger.
So I'm going to
Yes.
take his example. The guy that you believe that could exist that is unlucky is lucky he's still alive.
Yes.
So he's
Yes.
not unlucky forever, right?
Yeah, if you look at if you
You
look
see what
at
I'm
it,
saying?
yes.
If the guy's still alive and was bad luck all the time, the fact that he's still alive, he's against the odds. So he is lucky then.
I'm still not
we-
gonna chill with that guy. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
getting mad
But you
at
see what I'm saying?
To be a friend.
That's what I mean by
I
that.
think it will rub off for me.
you be like,
yeah.
yo, bro.
You think luck is contagious?
Yeah, well, it might. Yeah, it might be.
Yeah, you remind me of those Asians at the
might
casino
be.
and rubbing out something.
Yeah, because when I chilled with people that had no success for a long time, I seemed to have lesser success than when I was around people that were very successful, and yet I had less money than them. But consequently, after a while, it's like I started being, I started being more productive.
You got me my segue. What is success?
Oh, that's different for everybody, I think.
So when you claim that you were surrounded by people that had success or not success, is based on your definition and your perspective of success.
Yeah, but regardless of my perspective of success, knowing that I was with these people that didn't have what I required as success,
That's it.
didn't happen for me.
Because some
But
people
being
I
with
know.
this group, it did happen for me.
No, I get it.
You understand what I'm saying?
But that's your vision, right?
Yes.
Because I always find that funny when they tell you in business, surround yourself with people higher than you, you're gonna grow. But that means those people that already grew are not growing because you are in the circle.
It might be, man.
But it's not a might be, it's the same science.
Hmm.
Surround yourself with people higher than you for you to reach them.
Because if they're lower than you, they're gonna pull you
They're
down.
pulling you down. Right?
Yes.
So you're talking about the person that's behind, not the person that's already forward. For him to have that success, he was surrounded by people successful. You see what I'm saying? That's the hypocrisy of it all. And it goes back to what we said on the other podcast that never recorded. That person that didn't want to
No,
come
you're
on.
still gonna post it because we have the audio version.
I don't know how I'm going to do
No, you
that.
can't.
But let's get back to this. You said on the pod that somebody didn't want to come on your podcast because he didn't have enough views.
Yeah, he said we didn't have enough views.
Because he didn't want to surround himself with people under him.
That's what he felt, yes.
You understand where I'm
Yeah.
going with? So success is really a perspective. Some person can have a house,
I believe that.
and this is where young kids today are lost. To get back for the whole circle thing,
Yeah.
if you don't have the regular Jordans, if you don't have this, if you don't have that, that's not successful. If you don't have Bugattis,
Let's be honest. Success now for most people in general means money.
but it's always been like that. For most
Whereas
of the
you
times.
you could some people live better. I heard 50 Cent say this on
A billionaire, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He said
He would never give it away. Don't forget.
no.
That's another story. He doesn't want to
But
give it
he
to his
said
kids.
this though. He said, some people manage to live better than others with much less. All they do
Facts.
is they pick somebody or someone better to live their life with, and their life is so fulfilling that they live a better life than a so-called successful person.
No, but I agree. Like even that stupid expression, I would rather cry in a Ferrari than be happy on a bicycle.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
But I find that ridiculous.
It
Again,
is.
because it depends. If it's going to make you happy to have 12 houses, private planes, cool. Like, by all means, do you. But if I'm not going to have that, I'm going to be depressed. I would rather just enjoy that little, quality
But I
time.
think just
time,
like
though.
success, like we were saying, success is like it's a personal thing. Like happiness, it's the same. You determine that. You know what I mean? Some person might not be happy with making $40K a year. You might be totally sad, But somebody else that's never had money before might get $40K a year and be like, man, I made it, man. Like my father never had that much money. My mother neither. I'm good. Somebody that his parents had a lot of money might be like, man, that's only $40K, man. You're struggling.
Yeah. But again, and keep in mind, money is just paper we printed, right? We decided to give it that value.
Yeah.
Let's
Yes.
agree. It does not exist in nature.
No.
So it's not
exactly.
something you can consume to survive. It's
Yeah.
something that we gave it. Even diamonds or gold is a rock in nature that we decided to say that's more valuable than that.
Yeah.
And I will kill you for that.
Yeah.
How
Gold,
crazy
diamonds,
is that?
all that.
That's what I'm saying. Humans are the stupidest, smartest people on this planet.
Yeah.
They will kill each other for rocks because we decided that this is precious and this is not.
Yeah.
while food, water, shelter,
It's abundant.
Yeah.
and it's the most valuable thing technically on this
It
planet.
is.
Because if we don't have any more diamonds and gold, we'll still survive as a race.
Yeah.
But if there's no food or water or no air,
We're out of here.
we're out of here. And this is where marketing and branding started brainwashing us earlier on.
Yes.
You used
Without
to
even
exchange.
knowing.
Yeah, because we used to
Like-
exchange. If I got fish and you have fruits, I give you some
Yeah.
fish, and we're giving exchanges because these
Yeah.
are important things for the survival of my household, village, tribe, whatever you want to call it. And then somewhere down the line, this group of people were like, "Yo, let's say this is valuable. We're gonna give it. We have plenty of this now.
Yep.
Let's make this valuable, and you're gonna exchange whatever you do for this in exchange."
Yes. Absolutely.
So you're giving me 8 hours of your life per day for me to give you credit or this invisible money for you to be able to buy fruits and vegetables when you can grow it in your backyard. Most of countries where the weather suits. So we're not talking Canada here. And now you have a war of tariffs between countries and things based on 100%, 60%.
Yeah.
You realize,
Yeah.
and a piece of land, Africa right now is divided because the colonizer came and drew a line in the sand and said, "This is one country, this is another country."
exactly. This is this block here,
And
is
this
this
is this
country,
block.
and this block.
And we're talking about what 100 years ago, and,
And
now
that's
today
madness.
they
And
hate each other now.
We're still on that right now.
Yeah, and we hate each other for it. Algeria and Morocco hate each other, but they were the same tribe 120 years ago.
They're probably cousins in
Yeah.
the same.
Villages in Nigeria and whatever, they decided to cross a line, and all of a sudden, this was the British and this was the French, and now they hate each other
Yeah.
because their colonizer were their tribes. All of a sudden,
Yeah.
brainwashing goes crazy.
Yeah. Brainwashing is dangerous.
But it's been going on
It's dangerous.
forever.
And I don't think it's going to stop.
It just the way
You
they
think
brainwash
forever? Never. Not forever.
forever.
It had to start at one point, but it was. I don't think humans originally. I think that happened.
You know why it started? The minute we became comfortable, meaning that once we became hunter gatherers and we created tribes and we were secure, that's when we started.
I think so
Because before it was
originally
survival.
the human is a gatherer and
Hunter.
no plant.
Yeah.
They used the original humans eat off
Agriculture.
the land. They didn't even hunt yet. The hunting came later.
Yeah, but that came with
The
agriculture.
violation of the animals came later. The killing, because once they see they
Because
can
of
kill an
fires,
animal,
yeah.
Yeah.
that's when murder. That's when I know I could kill you too. I think that's when that.
But the killing was always there, I believe. Because if there was one fruit and I had my kids and my family and you had yours, we did not negotiate. The stronger survived. And you see that in nature constantly, right? The stronger always survives. The strongest animals survive and evolve. The strongest microbe or virus survives, simply put. That's how life
that's well
was
put.
created, right? And once human were like, okay, we don't need to fight for one orange when we can plant now. So we started staying in one place next to water, agriculture, hunting, creating housings. Then we're like, okay, everybody's going to be a professional at one thing so we can all share with each other. And then the village grew, it became a city. And then they're like, okay, but there's 2 guys doing bread, 5 guys hunting fish. So how do I pick and choose? Mine is better, mine is this, mine is that. And they're like, I don't need your bread, I already have bread. So what do we go from here? And then it's like, okay, let's find ways to exchange. Before it was clothes, right? Tissue and stuff like that. And then eventually they're like, fuck that shit. We're going to make a universal coin. The Romans, gold pieces, stuff like that. That's how it all became.
which created supreme discord. On
Exactly. The richer became richer, the poor stayed poorer. Since they weren't, educated, they were like, okay, he's the smart man of the village. I must trust him. And that you see that in Africa, if you go in the village, the oldest man is usually the wisest
Yes.
man.
Yeah.
And he could be the dumbest man, but because
Yeah. more
He's seen
sense, though.
more than others.
so you must, it
Logically,
must be
that
true.
makes sense though. If you've seen more, then you're more aware of what's
Well, the proof is the kids today saw a lot more than what we saw in 20 years. They saw it in 10 minutes because we're bombarded in information, right? Does that make them smarter than us?
No, I don't think so.
Exactly. So today we have a lot more information.
They're definitely not smart. Remember, we were talking about before. We were saying how we used to remember in the 80s and the 90s. We could remember 20 numbers off the head.
Yeah,
Now they can't even remember their own cell phone
because
number.
it's not important for them. We give importance to whatever we have.
Yeah. And we remember whatever we give importance to.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Like the rocks, the gold, and everything like that.
Watches.
People now are giving a lot of attention, a lot of value to attention, likes, views,
yeah.
recognition,
Clout.
Thank you. Before that wasn't that. Everybody was like, I'm in my lane. I want business. Everything is given because if you have a house, 20 cows, you can provide to your family.
Yeah.
Now it's not even about that. Millionaires want to become billionaires. Billionaires want to become quadrillionaires. Right? I'm going to space. It's like it's exponential. When you think about it, I was watching the Beast Games. So I don't know if you know what that is. Mr. Beast has this live TV reality where he gives $5 million to the winner. And
$5 million? What you got to do for $5 million?
So it's like these challenges, right?
Or like Fear Factor type thing?
Yeah, like Fear Factor, like Squid
jump in
Game.
his bucket full of snakes type of thing.
It's based on the one based on the
Squid Game type of
the
thing.
Squid Game, yeah.
But he took it to another level, and this is psychology warfare. And I kid you not, this guy's a billionaire, right? So just to give you an idea, the first season, now it's the second season, so it's different. The first season, at one point, he had about 500 people. He put them on squares. And he's like, listen, if you want, you can sacrifice yourself. I'll give you 50,000 right now. So they're like, no. So at one point, and during the game, he's like, listen, you see this whole line? There were like 20 people. He's like, it's called bribe. I'm going to give you $1 million. You have to hut and cancel your whole line. But you're the only one who takes the 1 million. Do you do it or not?
You have to cancel the whole line.
Everybody's eliminated. And you take $1 million.
Oh, you have to pick to cancel everybody?
Yeah. For you to get $1 million, you have to eliminate 10 other people.
Wow.
And he's putting the money exponentially.
Okay, that's like psychological.
It's bad because most of these people are desperate.
Yeah,
They
because
need
a lot of
money
people
and stuff
take the
like
million
that.
and say, man,
I'd be out at 50.
he would have had, he would
I'd
have
be out at 50.
Everybody at one point, one guy took $1 million. I'm like, who wouldn't take a fucking
Yeah, who
million?
wouldn't
I'm like,
take a
I don't
million?
know you. I met you guys 2 days ago.
You know what? I give you 20K each.
I
and
wouldn't
then-
give you shit. I
I'm
wouldn't
taking
give
my
you
bill.
shit.
I don't even know you. I take
I
my
don't
bill.
know
I'm going
you.
back home.
I came
But
here
no,
to...
he makes sure they get to know each other because it's not.
Yeah, he does it on purpose. But it's been 24 hours. I have 2 kids at home. I'm here to pay my mortgage. There was this guy's like, listen, my son has a sickness. I'm trying to find funds to find a cure. I don't have time for you shit, man.
But the least empathetic people will take
Survive.
the million. Yeah.
We'll survive.
But that's real life, though.
That's what I mean.
So you suffer more by caring.
Exactly. Good guys always finish last.
Oof, I hate that.
But it's
But
a
that's
fact.
true.
But it's a fact. And now it's a fact in the sense that the probabilities, I'm not saying 100%, but I would say 98 to 97% today in today's society, the way it's designed, good people will
Yeah,
finish
if you
last.
spend your time caring about other things than your own survival, you're less likely to benefit off that survival that you're supposed to be
A
thinking of.
plane is crashing, they tell you put the mask on you before you give it to the others. This is basic survival skills. Titanic was the perfect example. The guy gave her the door, he died. Dumb.
If he went, you would have, yeah.
And he could have saved her because he had the strength, right? The idiot could have put 2 of them on the fucking door.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Like you can dumb down all these things, and we're constantly bombarded in these things. Survival. Yo, fuck everybody. It's me against the world.
It's crazy. That's
Yeah,
how
that's what we're
monsters
going-
are built, though. That's what dumbs down
But
the
monsters
youth.
survive.
Damn.
People are
Sometimes
too.
they thrive.
Yeah, they thrive a lot.
That's
Donald Trump, Elon Musk. You think
that-
all these sweatshops, Apple, they have sweatshops.
Yeah.
You think their moral compass is like, yo,
That's it. They have no moral
Yeah.
compass, and yet that's why karma bothers me when people talk about
Bill
it. because
Gates,
it's like,
Epstein.
that's what I'm saying.
yeah, how is karma's karma? I mean, that's
No,
it.
leave karma alone. Karma,
Karma retired.
Yeah,
Long.
it's like karma retired, man. Yeah, like
It has a blind eye all of a sudden. Like yo,
karma
you're
got
getting-
sick or something. Like we need you back,
karma is
man.
afraid of karma.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like now it's bully, right? We're doing bully politics. Whoever has
But
the
life
power.
been bullied before. It's
Yeah, but
just
now it's in your face.
that's a different now because I don't want to go too political. After the Second World War, there were only one superpower.
2.
USSR wasn't that superpower
Yes,
back
they
then.
won the world war, technically speaking.
Yes, but don't say that to the to the
I could
to
care
the
less
Americans.
because you see who writes the history books.
The
If you
wo-
go to Russia, Russia won the war.
Yes,
If you go to the States, it's the Americans who won the war. But the proof in the matter is Germany was split in 2,
Yeah.
East and West.
Yes.
So they both won the war
yeah, and
because
then,
they shared the spoils of war.
this.
and then because they were when I say 2, I call it Yeah, it was 2.
Cold War, my friend.
But now, fast forward 2020s, there's 2.5. Now you have China, United States, and Russia. Russia is still relevant
I
because
would
of the
say
nukes.
4. And Europe as a unity.
Yeah, but they don't have any army anymore. Like,
No,
they depend.
when they realized that their weapons were controlled by the American, you heard this story?
Yes, I know.
That shocked me. Did
Yep.
you know all the weapons that the United States sell,
Yes.
they
There's a
cannot be
code.
used if they don't give them the code? So they can never be used against them.
Whoa.
So now they were talking about Greenland. They're like, oh, if they go and take Greenland, NATO has to fight back.
They're
But then the
laughing.
French, only the French don't have them,
Yeah.
by the way. And the French are like, you guys are idiots. I'm like, you can't use the weapons that you're buying from the States against them. You need the codes. No planes will fly out, no drones, no nothing, because the United States provide the codes for the weapons you bought from them. So it can only be used against others, not against them.
Smart move, though. That's chess.
Yeah, America be playing chess, man. Deadly chess.
But that's what I'm saying. And the thing is, these powers, so there's Europe because they have a certain amount of economical power, China, Russia,
But
and
the
the States.
problem, what's happening right now is like, especially Europe, they got way too comfortable.
Yeah.
And the problem is when you become comfortable and you call Germany, you destroy all your nuclear stuff, all the way to make energy, and you buy it from Russia. And then when Russia invade the other country, you're like, I still need, because I need to take care of my people back home. So the evil Russia still have to buy gas from them. But hey, Ukraine, wink, wink, we're gonna help you. We're gonna fight. We're gonna send you 5,000 helmets to go.
Never bite the hand that feeds you.
Yes, that's a rule.
It will slap the shit out of you.
Yeah.
It's literally what's going on. It's bullies. We have big bullies. And China's an old bully that became a new bully,
Yep.
right? Because most of these countries used to play Risk. You remember the game Risk?
Yes.
Where you colonize? Then China was like, I don't want to go there. I'm going to play Monopoly. So they came with money that they printed for infinity and start buying shit, land all over the world. And then the United States are like, wait 1 second now. You guys are getting way too comfortable everywhere here. And now the whole Venezuela thing and this
It'd be
and
like,
that.
Hemisphere, America. I don't want you. I don't want.
I don't want you close.
Yeah, no. Go take Taiwan. I'm sure if tomorrow China takes Taiwan, United States not gonna do much.
No, they're not going to do
They
nothing.
don't care. Because they have the biggest wall is the Pacific.
Yeah.
Right? And then the other side, the Atlantic, that's why they want Greenland for their golden dome. They want to be sure that they can see the attacks coming from anywhere. Right? Now Cuba's
It
gonna-
has nothing to do with oil. It has everything to do with oil without being oil. Like example,
It's like global surveillance.
Yes, exactly.
Venezuela, United States technically don't need Venezuela oil. However, China needs Venezuela oil. And now
And all this was triggered when China went to Venezuela.
Yep.
They went to do a contract of exchange, right? We're going to give you this, you're going to give us oil, because it's the biggest refinery of oil in the world, Venezuela, that hasn't been developed, right? And the states used to own it. Then they left. And now China's coming in. They're like, we're not going to do no wars. We're not going to, this is not going to be like a hostile takeover. We're just going to negotiate with you guys. We'll help you, help us. And then the states are like, no, fuck this shit. Oh, their president is a terrorist.
Yeah. They
and
just
then
swooped in.
look at that. 70% of oil, because China, they don't have oil. They have
Everything else.
everything else, rare earth, whatever, minerals and stuff like that, but they don't have oil. And they're heavily dependent on oil for everything in China. So 70% of oil is bought from Venezuela and Iran. Guess what's happening in Iran right now?
They're cutting their wings, simply put. It's not a moral compass battle, nothing like that.
No, they realize that
It's marketing as that. We're the saviors. We're great. We're doing this for greater
that.
good.
Yeah, it's
But in
lies.
the back end, Omar Gaddafi fell for that too.
Yes.
The minute that he decided to touch the US dollar, he's like, you're going to pay me in gold. They're like, really? Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
the gold-
Yeah, he's a terrorist.
Yeah, he tried to impose the gold
Dead.
standard. Out of here.
Saddam Hussein was the same thing,
Yeah, out of here.
right? Oh, you're not with us? You're against us. We have to label you something because we can't just come and conquer you. Donald Trump, that's the only difference he had with other
he's
presidents.
like, I'm not a hypocrite. Like,
I'm not a hypocrite. I'm going to tell you exactly why I'm doing what I'm doing.
Yeah, I'm a bully. I'm taking
Exactly.
your stuff.
And I'm like, I'm going to blow up these things. Look at what's going on in the United States as is. Papers or no papers. When the guy from ICE is like, you have an accent. He's like, motherfucker, you have an accent. Yeah, what are your papers? The fuck? It's racial profiling. Yeah, I don't care. It's for the
Supreme
security.
ICE is doing some major profiling, and they're just loose.
Yeah, but the labeling, the marketing of it is, we're doing it for security and the greater good of the United States. and Americans are buying it.
Mm-hmm.
But I understand the fact, if you think about it deep down, it makes sense. The way they go about it, I don't agree. But they're like, you're not legally allowed to be in this country.
Mm-hmm.
Get the fuck out.
That's what they do, though. They give you a theme, and then, like you said, in the back, it's
Because
a whole
if you don't
other-
give those flowers the way you write, you're still gonna have revolt, and you don't want people to like overreact. So you have to give them a narrative
That's
that
right.
makes
And
sense.
That's right. A smooth narrative, so you could let the evils happen.
But the narrative makes sense. Like if you have a house,
No, that's it. Like you said, the narrative has to make sense.
It makes sense.
In order for a generality of people to accept it. Like, yeah, for sure. But
you-
see
if
that
you're gonna
ISIS
come and-
killing people.
yeah, but they went over the top. Like now there's an
they're
abuse of
bagging
power.
people that are actually in the country. Now, like, now they're starting to be like France back in the day where they were like,
But they're gonna tell you, but sometimes you have to break a couple of eggs to make sure that
a good omelet.
Yeah.
That's
oh, you
the
mean
expression.
collateral damage?
Yeah.
Damn, guys.
And it's collateral damage on these
It's been
people.
collateral damage
have
forever.
to. I don't think you have to. They just don't care
But
if it
there's
happens.
always, look at any country that the United States came, Noriega, Chavez, all these, they labeled them as
the
Saddam
meanest
Hussein.
people, when as they're the
Yeah.
bullies.
Exactly. But they're like, we're doing it for democracy. And then you look at these countries 50, 30 years later,
Ruined.
they're wastelands.
But that's why he decided. Trump decided, like, you know what? I'm not gonna put any new guy. Put the vice president in. So
So it's the same government. I just took the head so I can take control of their oil. And now this is a threat. If
So
you don't
you-
follow, I'm going to do the same thing to you. Okay, cool. Here we go. The bully's going to bully
Yeah.
because they say they have the truth. The people in power can determine what is the truth.
Damn.
Simply put.
look at here in Quebec. Oh, now not separatists, blah blah blah. We gotta separate why? Because on the Anglophone or the immigrant. Now they think it's always a matter of let's separate to conquer.
Yeah.
Everywhere, name the country. I'm gonna tell you what they do. No matter where you're talking about.
Everybody has blood on their hands. Some just put it, their favorite color. And it's like it's a fashion thing.
Damn.
You know what I mean? And if you talk against it, they label you as crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's why even like guys in the United States, if you take, I like to do the comparison of Kanye versus Jay-Z, where Jay-Z will align with his colonizer and make the billions and try to do a little bit of influence inside the system.
Yeah.
Whilst Kanye will go, even though he says some fucked up shit too, would go outside the common,
Yeah, the box.
the box, and now he's labeled as this crazy guy and,
Yep.
ruin. So which one is right? Which one is wrong here?
Man, I go with crazy and go with evil.
So Jay-Z for you is evil.
He's you with the program.
Because I think his thought process is like, I can't beat them. They've been here for so long. They have so much power.
Survival of the fittest.
So let me go and infiltrate and try to do a little bit of influence. And you had this even in the slave trades, where you had these white people acting as slave owners and then letting the slaves run away,
Yes.
right? So they were labeled as slave owners, but they were putting them out because,
Schindler's List.
yeah,
Or the-
Schindler's List, same thing. Yeah, exactly. Hiding the Jews to make them safe, but acting as Nazis
Yeah.
instead of the opposite, because if you go through the revolution and you die, you're not helping nobody.
But most people that have the mentality of if I can't beat them, join them, they don't do that in the perspective. Most in the perspective of saving. They do that to save their own selves.
Is that a bad thing?
But like we said, if you don't think about your own survival, you're likely
Fuck
to lose.
karma.
Like I said, the Beast Games, fuck your reason. I have a family to feed. I'll take that million.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm going to buzz that. And I'm like, too bad, man.
Sad, man.
Good luck. Simply put. Now, is it bad or not bad? What's crazy about that show is it makes you realize that people will do or say anything to survive. There was another challenge where 3 people get into a box. They have one red phone. They can order whatever they want. But for them to leave the box, one of them has to self-eliminate. Right? So some people play luck games and, it's turn of the luck. Others negotiate certain things. And one of the guys, what a genius, knew one of the guys who was not really popular among everybody in the groups. So he's like, let's put it random, but let's make it fun. He's like, what do you want? He's like, let's ask every person in every cube, who's your favorite or least favorite person? And the one that has the less votes is eliminated.
Is eliminated.
The guy's like, oh yeah. He's like, yeah, it's fair. Like, we don't know our reputation. But the 2 other guys knew exactly what they were doing. They got eliminated. Another guy's like, oh, we'll play luck. Yeah, cool. So he set up a deck of cards in advance, hid it in the room. Chill. He's like, we should do a deck of cards out of luck. He's like, all right, cool. Doc, everything was set. He eliminated the lady. And she was like, oh, I appreciate these guys. It was luck. It happens. This time it didn't work for me. I wish them the luck. But
The
it was
whole
cheating.
time they
Cheating.
They conspired.
Survival of the fittest.
Crazy.
Now, my question is, would you cheat to save your family?
To save my family?
Yeah.
I would have to.
You see what I mean?
But
It's
that
only
doesn't
in
mean,
movies
that doesn't
where
mean
they
it's
tell
not
you-
bad though. It would weigh on my conscience
Yeah, I'll get over it.
because
So let me ask you, this is why I hate these American movies. You've seen the movie Saving Private Ryan?
yes,
So it's one soldier, you send 20, they come back, they're 4.
Mm.
Is it worth it?
But the mother
No.
wanted her son.
I would cut the losses, my friend. Oopsie, you should have never got caught.
Well, if this mentality can persist, we won't be around for long.
Yeah, but the stronger will.
Yeah, but eventually, strong gonna fight strong. Eventually, there'll be nobody.
No, the strong.
No,
are smart.
because we got here through the strong. We are
They're
where we
smart.
are today.
They're smart enough not
Yeah.
to.
No, but the strong people, if you think about evolution of men, these cavemen, it's only the strong that survived. The weak died. In a pack of wolves, the weak get abandoned for the survival of the tribe. This is in nature.
Yeah, but some wolves decide not to be with the pack at all. They have lone wolves and they last years alone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but nobody knows them.
And nobody cares about them. Nobody wants to be, I want to be like him when I
Well,
grow
the
up.
wolves don't care, but he know he good.
Yeah, he did what he had to do.
Yeah, he
Gorillas
didn't
do it in their tribes too. The stronger becomes the king. And if you want to be king, you have to challenge him. If you lose, you get exiled from the tribe.
Mm,
Are you going to be willing to risk it? Or you just bow down
crazy.
and enjoy the tribe?
Bend
But
the
this
knee.
is survival. This is in nature constantly. Trees. If a big tree is next to a small tree and
Yeah,
the
he
tree
will
grows,
overshadow him and take all the light.
overshadows. Survive. Yeah, actually things like, oh, poor little tree. Fuck you, man. Let me open up my branches. Fuck off. I need whatever you're drinking in that floor for my survival to have fruits so I can have other kids eventually when they fall, the fruits and everything like that.
Mm.
Like I said, survival.
Yeah. Well, survival will lead us to annihilation, which is why I think all the
Yeah, the cycle.
religion.
Yeah, the cycle.
But
No,
also,
not
don't
talk
forget,
about
we
stuff.
know about that because of technology. We understand everything because we've been seeing it. In the 60s, they weren't talking like that. They weren't talking about that.
Yeah, but the big difference today, to get to what he's saying, today what is strong is not what was strong 60 years ago.
Mm.
Before strong was the guy that was the strongest, that survived. Now the strongest is the one that is the smartest.
The smartest, yeah, that knows the way.
The one that has the most power. Now you can have a guy like Stephen Hopkins, couldn't even
Yeah,
move,
yeah, can't even
and he
move.
could control things and adapt and anticipate above and beyond how to use people. The psychology game now is the power game. I don't need to beat up everybody for people to fear me in the courtyard anymore.
But that's a very mechanical way of thinking. That's why once you extract consciousness, humanity is doomed.
That's what separates us from the animal kingdom now.
It was supposed to, but if the more we're going there, we're becoming more animals than the animals.
Now, there's no good or bad, but for the survival of the tribe of humanity, you have to pick and choose. That's why now, scientifically, in laboratories, we're creating the ultimate human. Right? Perfect height, best immune system, whatever. They came out with that new TV show, Beauty. It's psychopathic, but anyway, where it's a science fiction thing, but the idea, the core of it is crazy.
But that already exists. You can manipulate the fetus and get the eyes
Height,
blue.
color,
and we're leaving humanity as we know
Would
it.
you?
What?
If you could have, let's just say you're gonna have a kid.
Get a pre-made baby?
Not pre-made, but you can, yeah, but pretty much you can add any attributes
So
you want.
build a baby instead of
build
build
a
a bear.
baby.
Exactly.
baby?
Would you or would you not? We're not talking about money. It's free. So you can have a natural baby and go with your luck, or you can control your faith.
Damn.
Would you or would you not?
No, I wouldn't do it, man.
I would
scared.
hell yeah do it.
Crazy.
Yeah,
I would
because
give
then
them
I
the
gotta
best odds in their favor.
I gotta trust what they're saying because
But the
Big-
probabilities are 99%.
Big brain,
right?
big dick. Let's go.
Let's go. Height, I would put him in whatever is the most attractive, survival-esque mode. If whatever is cool is like, light skin, blue eyes, he doesn't look like, I could care less. As a parent, I want my child to
have
it's
the
sad.
best.
It's sad, but that's why we put them in the best schools. Why do you think your parents put
That's
you in a
true.
good school?
That's true. That's true.
Right?
Yeah.
To give you a heads up over everybody else.
Yeah.
All right, we
That's
agree.
what they wanted, though.
But that's what they were aiming for.
Yeah.
Because even if they do the perfect baby, it doesn't mean that he's going to have a personality and he's going to survive. Keep in mind, you're just putting the odds in your favor. Right? These people that are now, especially with the society of the 666 there, what is it, 6 feet, 6 inches, six figures?
Yeah.
You try to put all the best odds on your favor. If I know my kid is gonna, like, if I'm gonna marry a girl that's 4'6", chances are my child is gonna be short.
Exactly.
And I know in this society, being short, you already start -2 in life.
And no joke, I chose my girl now because she was tall.
5'11".
That's crazy though.
My
Because you don't
son's
even know the
6
future, whatever in the future. You know, like, I don't know. That's why I don't like, I don't know.
See, that's how I got
He's
lucky.
a nice guy. Your brother is a nice guy.
No, but I got lucky. I'm 5'10". My son is 6'3".
Because my thing is not even
He's
thinking
already
that.
3.
6'3".
My thing is living with myself. You know, some people don't have a problem doing shit that's super effed up, you know, and then they go back to bed. Me, I got to live with me, with my
You
choices.
learn how to live with the effed up thing.
Yeah.
After you feel kill, I mean,
They say, yeah.
Yeah. You think you're proud of everything you've done in life? Come on, man.
No, not everything.
We all
but
have skeletons
but
in
I
our
did
closet.
the most, man. I did the most to do, you know, to do right.
No, but I get
I did the most. When I couldn't do it, I really couldn't, you know. I said my little, you know, hey, man, sorry, you know, whoever, you know, my
because we're
bad.
all a bunch of hypocrites here. We all have phones that came out of sweatshops, shoes, clothes, and everything like that.
I didn't want no phone. I didn't make them. I
You
had
don't
to
want
get
to,
it.
but you
They
have
forced
one.
it on me, man.
We agree those shades were built somewhere
You
on
know?
somebody's back.
I preferred the other phone. You know what I mean? Like I said, I used to remember like 20. Now this thing, you can't.
You wanted the Nokia. The battery
Yeah,
lasts
the
2
rim,
months.
Yeah, you could throw it over there, you
Razor.
get it off of water, you pick it up, flip it.
But
back
we're
on.
all hypocrites. We're recording this with 3 iPhones.
It's crazy.
You know what I
No,
mean?
but we're forced into it.
Now we're victims.
In a certain sense too, because then, like you said, you're forced to make the decision of do I stay conscious or do I go? And then
But
it
you can
becomes
go and live on an
easier to
island and
it
live off
becomes
your land.
easier to do what's literally wrong.
But you can live in the forest and live off the land if you want. Nothing's
No, I
stopping
can't.
you.
How am I gonna do that?
What do you mean? You can learn the same way you learn how to edit the podcast.
It's too late, man.
What do you mean it's too late?
Started early.
How the fuck? How
I
old
should
are
have
you?
started off when I was fresh, like 10,
Fresh?
12.
You're
I would
still
have known.
fresh. Black don't crack.
Yeah, man. I should have started early, like Mowgli. I would have been good.
If I would have been racist, I would have said you're black. It's in your DNA to work the land. You know what I mean? Like I can literally give you a million excuses.
But yeah, once you're in the monster,
Oh, okay.
they condition you to either, like you said,
Kiss the ring.
either die conscious or continue and have a chance at life.
So
and,
Jay-Z's not that crazy. if I
and
know.
know that you're doing what's fucked. You know what I mean? And that's
But
not
you're
a choice.
sleeping well at night.
Those,
You're sleeping well at night.
I'm sleeping good at night.
And that's what I'm saying. You see, it's not really that hard. It's all a question of focus. That guy that eliminated 8 people, 10 people for that 1 million for his kids goes home and he just focuses on his kids being happy. He actually thinks he's like, oh, people think I'm a bad guy because I eliminated the chance of 8
Yeah,
people.
he know he was bad.
He's not bad. He did it for his family.
That makes everything right.
No, but it makes purpose.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's not a choice. That means that
Anything
you
you
don't
do-
have a choice. That means you either choose to die or you choose to live.
Okay, so can I ask you
That's
one
like
thing?
you put a gun. You say, "Hey, you
Okay,
gonna pick it up or
fair.
you gonna die?" Like
Let me ask you one thing. Talking with that perspective, let's be very real.
You're not really given a choice.
Blue pill or red pill? You sleep in your fantasy and be happy and ignorant, or no information and be miserable? Which one do you take?
No information or be miserable.
No, having information and being miserable. You have to work hard and stuff like that. Or live in the matrix and la 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 and be happy and being ignorant.
But see, that's not a choice.
But that is the choice of today's society. Regardless, you pick and choose what you focus on for you not to feel guilty or bad because we're in the beast, right? The beast
That's
is
it.
the
You're
matrix.
not really given a choice. You're just gonna operate off
'Cause you didn't
natural human instinct,
for
which
survival
is I want to stay here.
and your tribe.
Yeah.
So if I have to kill somebody for the survival of my tribe, if let's just say there's one apple left and you guys go and run for it, you actually think like, yo, you go first.
no.
So he might die of hunger.
Yeah, but I feel bad for him. But I gotta live. But it's not because it's a good thing. I'm not gonna go.
I feel
"Man, that
bad
was a
for
good
you,
thing."
but deuces.
Yeah, like it was good. I needed that. No, I'm gonna go home, take the apple, and I'm gonna go. You know what? Whatever, man. That man had to lose his life. I didn't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? But I had to, man.
Oh yeah, I'm hypocrite.
So that
I had to.
the end justify the means. You see?
Your brother's tiptoeing.
No, it's not tiptoe. It's just I'm showing him
He's
that
breakdancing.
there's no choice. Choices
But that's
is
what I'm
like
saying.
choices like A, B, C, D, E all the way to Z. Then you got a choice. But if you go die, live, that's not a choice.
No, you
gotta
have
live.
a choice. Wait. You have a choice. That apple, you could cut a part of it and give it to him.
Yeah, then I might do that.
Yeah, but you have 4 mouths to feed. So that means you're going to have to struggle again the
But
next
that's what
day.
I'm saying. You don't. Those are not choices. Those are like responsibility. You're responsible for doing what's wrong because you ain't got no real choice.
But everything in life is a choice. I have kids and I take care of them. That's a choice. Having kids is a choice. Taking care of them is a choice.
Sometimes kids ain't a choice, man. By the way, it can happen on you.
If you banged that girl and you left a deposit, that was a choice. You didn't slip and fall in it.
That's not how people, have babies. A lot of guys I know, man, they happen
This
like
guy's
that.
like, it wasn't me.
It wasn't.
You know what I mean? Like everything you do, regardless, is a choice. You choose to wake up and leave your bed every morning. You choose to get informed, get knowledge. You choose to do a podcast. You choose to travel the world. You choose to be an asshole. You choose to, what I mean? All those are choices. You could say there are repercussions or reactions to whatever is going on in your life, but it's still your choice.
To a certain degree, yes. But you're affected by other things.
The only choice you did not have is to be alive.
That's
the only choice.
Yeah.
You can even choose to die, but you cannot choose to live.
No, you can't even
be
choose
born.
to die because that's
you
illegal.
can kill
Suicide
yourself.
is illegal.
Is illegal? But
I
if
mean,
you
can
die,
get away with it if you're already dead. I mean, you're already.
but that's what I'm
scot-free.
saying. If you kill yourself, the illegal, they're gonna come and give you a ticket in
Trust me,
hell.
It's gonna become legal in Quebec with.
Yeah, but
with
most countries it is legal. Japan, it's legal.
What, to kill yourself?
Yeah, of course. The Japanese, it was all the tradition. If you put shame to your family, kill yourself.
Yeah, you kill yourself.
That's what I'm saying. It's all about marketing, by the way. It's like weed. It was illegal. It was bad. It was a drug. Now, because there's money involved, it's good for your health.
Yeah, the government got it. Like, we got the best weed.
It's all about marketing.
Yeah.
It's your life. The only choice you do not have in this planet is being born. Everything else after that is a choice.
Even as a child, come on, man, you ain't got no choice when you're a child.
So
to
a certain extent,
you're
yes,
conditioned
but
all the way.
You're conditioned because it's a social
Then you got
package.
school, you got family conditioning you, then you got school conditioning you, then you got society conditioning you. You pretty much don't really make real choices, man. You pretty much go with
until I believe until 16, and after that,
I don't think it's an age, but at a certain extent of once you become where you can survive.
And then you're already a product of all these influxes that are
the
not
noises,
yours.
The noises.
Yeah, but the proof of this is we can have this conversation today comfortably on a couch when it's minus 25 outside.
True.
We feel -30 actually.
Okay. You know what I mean?
Nice
So
and
now
warm
we
in
have
here, by
enough
the way.
knowledge. We have enough choices. We have enough tools to do better. Yet we choose to be comfortable.
But do people choose to be poor?
Yes. Yes, of course.
There's people that like to be on the street.
Yeah.
You don't think that there's people that are just generationally poor? And
No,
they just
yes,
don't have
but okay,
access?
but that, like, if we're going to Africa, South America, specific places, I agree with you. India, I agree with you.
Yeah, a lot of places.
Montreal, you being poor, I honestly believe
You don't think it can happen generationally?
after a point. No, because let me put it. Okay, in China, yes, there is, because you can be born with a debt in China,
Exactly.
not here. If your parents are broke and don't have no money, it doesn't come on you afterwards. The government doesn't come and see you afterwards. China, they do. You can be born with generational mortgages.
Well, let's say you're here and one of your people die, like one of your parents die, your other parent has to pay for their credit and all this other stuff. And then
No. They don't
have to. 'Cause
They don't have to.
If you die, I mean, if you had debt, it dies with the debt.
It dies with the debts. Here in Canada, the debt dies with the person
Now,
involved.
if they had a mortgage
Yeah.
together, you still have to pay the mortgage.
sure.
You want to keep the house, which is different.
That's
But
the thing. If you're going to
Yeah.
keep the house, you have to take the debt that comes with it.
Yeah.
You can't have it for
so
free.
then that parents end up
If
losing
my
money.
parents die in debt and I do not live in that house or I do not own it, if I
So-
want to take it, I have to pay it.
But that's
If
why I
don't-
think some people generationally just are meant to be poor
100%.
because the way that their parents and their grandparents started. So it's like
sure.
it's like an up here battle for them to even reach.
Yeah, but they can cut the tie and start over from scratch. And
Mm.
the proof of that is a lot of immigrants come here with nothing in their pocket.
Yes.
My parents is the perfect example. And they succeeded. Good for them. Some people did not. Now, you have the choice to start over. We still have that option. Certain countries, you only have one chance. Sounds like a rap song all of a
Yes.
sudden, Eminem.
Yeah.
You only have one chance. If you mess it, you're in the hole forever. But today in Canada, you fuck up in Montreal, you take a bus and go in Calgary, you can start over like nothing was. There's government, programs to give you money for you to get off your feet. And there's work, there's opportunities, right? Yes, there's certain situations that go against you for sure. Racism, profiling, or bad luck. Yes, I agree. But I don't understand how today...
Trauma too is real.
Trauma is another thing now.
Because trauma is in your head.
Yeah, but that's it. That's a battle between
It stops you from
both.
even functioning normally
Fair.
because you're a product of...
No, but who's responsible for that now? Except yourself at this point.
Because you got fighted though,
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. No, but I'm not going to go against people that have mental illnesses or, generational trauma.
Yeah.
I get that. But at one point, if you can't handle it, why would it be society or the government have to take care of that problem? You know what I mean? Like,
They can help, but at a certain point, you got to go.
no,
and
that's
help
it. You have to help. Like homeless people here, right? Because there's a lot of now mental illness associated.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of
But they let those people go nowadays. Back in the days,
They don't wanna take care of
They
them.
followed people more. Now they let them free. If you don't have anything crucially crazy,
Yeah.
they're letting you go in the street.
once you're not a danger for everybody else.
Yeah, regardless of what's going on.
They just act like they don't exist.
Yeah, they act like you don't exist.
And that's
Well,
sad.
Yeah.
Because you could just put them in a hospital, give them the help they want.
Yeah.
Other people's, it was out of luck, right? They got bad luck. Somebody fucking, took their money, robbed them, whatever, those Nigerian fucking things. Give me your money
Yeah.
and I'll make you a millionaire. They believe in they have nothing left.
Yep.
Those stories are true stories, 100%. But I'm talking about the majority of people that don't have this luggage behind. You realize immigrants come to a new country, not even a common culture, language, religion,
They have serious barriers.
and they start over
Serious barrier.
Yeah,
and they
serious
still
barriers.
succeed because they have the survival mentality. We
I
will-
wonder if the survival mentality doesn't help you more.
for sure.
Because I find people that are
And
born...
that's luck. Compared-
That's luck, but you see, Africans, you can put them anywhere. Lebanese are the perfect example. You can put Lebanese anywhere in the world; they'll find a way. Jews are another example. They've been through so much; they still thrive
But they have associations and they control a lot of stuff, though. Quiet.
now.
shit.
But they didn't start from that. They were hated by most people 100, 200 years ago.
True.
They created because they created a need for them in society. They were like, "Oh, let's invest in money, communication." Gold, diamonds, or textile.
Let's make ourselves valuable.
Exactly.
Yes.
And the money stays among themselves. So they build together to conquer together. Right? And they're a community that don't.
Group economics, basically.
Yeah, exactly. And they
What we don't have.
a lot of things don't have
Yeah.
because
We don't have that.
poor people or poor countries are being taught the American dream.
Yeah, but they also thought serve a master or just, yeah.
There's better than you, just follow the line, right? And then we go through it. Some people now, because of the new money, right? The new this Silicon Valley type, the AI and everything. This is not the old money, not the banks, not the BlackRock and stuff like that. So BlackRock had to adapt because they own everything. But they're like, okay, there's new money coming in. The Elon Musks, the Bill Gates, the Zuckerbergs in this world, they weren't supposed to be billionaires.
No, I think when you start talking about billion, I think that's like, how many people did you jerk? Like that's not even normal, man.
Well, it's not normal in the
And the
sense.
system of operation of numbers, how did you amount to a billion? Something.
Because it's fake money.
And they're not billionaire on paper.
That's what
It's
I'm
just
saying.
the stocks and
It's
stuff like that.
fake money. It's value. It's market value.
Okay, it's market. Yeah,
That's it. It's
yeah,
like
yeah,
me coming
yeah,
and saying
yeah.
you are worth 5 million and I am the king of my castle and I give you that worth the same way
you're
as
right.
diamonds and
They
rocks.
do that a lot with artists,
Exactly.
or entertainers for that matter. They go, "Oh, his net worth is 40 bills."
Exactly.
And then then a year later, when he has no word, they say he's
Because
broke.
the proof in the matter is it's fake money. Kanye West was a billionaire, and then he said some racist, anti-Semitic
Then
shit.
they
All of a
stopped.
sudden, his money disappeared. How is
Yeah.
that possible?
Me too. I was how?
How is that possible? Because everything is in value market. It's not his. It's what he is valued.
It's not a tangible.
Exactly.
Can't
But
touch
do you
it.
guys think he's happier now
No.
that he can say
Well, it
whatever
depends.
he
I don't
wants?
know if he's
We'd have
really
to ask
sick.
him, though.
I really doubt it. If he's really sick, I really doubt it.
Because it's relative, He might have been happier when he first came in the game of rap and he conquered his dream and and he had his mother with him than he is now,
That is true. At the end of the day, is it more money, more problems, right? Let's go with
Yeah,
that.
I mean, he said it, Biggs?
I still want money.
But wait,
You right?
no, you want money for comfort
Yeah.
and security.
Yep.
They don't. When you're a billionaire, what do you want money for?
And I was listening to
That's it. That's what I always wonder.
And I was listening to this financial advisor. Was like, to be really, really honest, when you are 10 million, and let's say it's like you just put it aside, your 10 million, and
Passive income will be enough for you.
Yeah,
to
because
survive.
even if you put it in the bank and it's generating,
And
you could
interest.
live off the interest happily and joyfully for the rest of your life.
Yet, what you forget about that is depending on what your lifestyle costs, right? Billionaires that have fucking private planes.
Oh, so then you go and trap yourself
Exactly.
and enslave yourself in a lifestyle
but we
basically
do
that
that too.
costs you.
But we do that too. How many people have luxurious cars still live with their moms? Can't even afford gas.
It's crazy though.
People are having $1,000 phones. They haven't even finished high
on
school.
leeway.
Leeway.
And you know what? You're right. A guy with a supercar living at his mom and he has the luxury look will do better than a guy that's actually building a brand and lives by himself.
You know why? You were right all along. It's all about clout and imagery, reputation.
The superficial.
Exactly.
It's not about the the substance.
Yeah, but again, they've said this a million times. Dress for the job you want.
Yes,
right?
I
So
believe
you're
that.
faking it until you make it. That's what we're doing.
That works too.
It does. Yet, if you look at society, billionaires look poor.
Yes.
Visually
They shop at
speaking.
Walmart.
Yeah.
All the rich people I've ever known, their father shopped at Walmart.
No, but I'll give you even one
Like
better.
what I mean by that is that they were never into style. They were never.
But actually, that's the beauty about it. So
They
if you
stayed with the bare necessities and just were always into doubling, tripling the money. All they became was like money machine minded people, like a machine.
So if you take the fashion industry, right? They have the bottom of the barrel where they sell, the refurbished or the last season type of branding. Then you got what is in style for the rich. And then for the wealthy, you have the no brand fashion. So if you go and see a billionaire, you'll never see a brand on his name. Balenciaga, Gucci, you'll never. But it's going to be Gucci. But those are for the wealthy. For the rich trying to be wealthy, you're going to have Gucci everywhere.
Yeah.
Rappers and everything, it's all branding. It's like you're a walking billboard.
Yes.
But billionaires, no need to prove anything.
Not because they're the name. They
Yeah.
already have the name.
But the clothes
when
is
you're
quality.
Calvin Klein, it's because you're wearing someone's name.
But the quality, it's still Calvin
Yes,
Klein.
it's
But
still-
it's just in the back.
Yes.
But it's very simple.
Yes.
Steve Jobs' turtleneck, I'm pretty much sure that cost him easily $100 to $200. He has 30 of them with the same jeans because he's
Yeah.
going for comfort. So if he likes
He
something,
might be going for durability as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Wealthy people do that.
because they say they don't want to waste time thinking about how to
Thinking.
get dressed.
That's what I like
Yes.
my life right now. I only have black t-shirts and hoodie because of my work, my line of work. I'm like, yeah, just keep it simple.
No yellow, no
Nah.
blue, nothing.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Then after that, you can have your luxury things. But that's, you want to travel. You don't want
Exactly,
to.
because the more you have, I guess the clothes become lesser important because you have other fetishes, I guess, and other.
I've realized this comparing me in my 20s and me in my 40s now. Me in my 20s, when I would travel, let's just say the world, we did Europe. We didn't have a lot of money. So a lot of hostels and a lot of sleeping in the car and stuff like that. Not because I wanted to. It's because I had to. But the experience was still very positive and enjoyable. Now today in my 40s, because I worked so hard, I'm not going to sleep in a car. Like if push comes to shove, yes. But I can plan ahead where I can go and afford a hotel. Let's just say last minute something happens. I fucked up. I can pay it. I'm not going to start calculating, oh shit, I'm fucked for the month. You know what I mean? It's not because I'm saying, oh, now I have money, let me just spend it. Rich people or wealthy people stay wealthy because they spend smart.
Yeah, well, they hate spending. There's
Exactly.
some of the people who hate spending.
They love free shit. They're the ones who get the most free shit.
Yeah, they hate spending. The
That's
poorest
why you
people
have-
love spending. They're the ones you see the money. They put the money right there.
That's why you have all these athletes losing their money right after the career
Yeah,
or whatever.
that's so
because
bad, man.
They ball out, man.
They ball out. They go to the strip joint spending money and this. And I'm like, wow, how is this smart?
Yeah, because see, that too is a culture. If you grew up in a wealthy family, they're gonna naturally teach you how to be into wealth.
Yes.
You know, it's something you're taught. You know, when you're poor, it's like once you make a certain, it's like you want to get back that time that you couldn't
and
do nothing.
those rich, you're gonna see them out there balling at a club. You'll be like, yeah, but the bottle is $300.
Yeah, it's
and I'm
ridiculous. The same bottle SAQ that's $430.
But that guy,
gonna
as
bought
a
it for
rich
$400?
guy, if
I
his
can't
father,
do it.
let's say his father is rich and his father gives him money, he doesn't care. when you're an athlete, like you never have that kind of money, you're going to see that rich guy doing the same. You don't understand that rich has trust funds, blah, blah,
That's
blah.
right. That's
whatever,
right. Insurance, Medicaid,
He has
all
parachutes in the back.
Yeah, yes. Lord, everything is the setting of his lifestyle around him is
makes
already
him able to spend $5,000.
Yes,
a-
with
And not
no
fail.
worries.
Exactly. And that's education. We don't teach us how to make money.
Yeah.
They don't teach. They teach us how to become an employee first
Yes,
and foremost.
yes,
You go to
absolutely.
school to become an employee. They teach you how to spend money to make the economy round.
Yes.
And the thing is, there was that phrase that May said, who the fuck wants talking about a drink? I'm about to buy the bar. Right? And that's the difference. Why would you go and buy it when you can buy the whole thing? Bruce Wayne did it too in Batman at one point. He's like, how the hell did you get a reservation in the restaurant? It's impossible. There's 3 months of I bought the restaurant.
That's it.
He's making money. He sees there's a hype. It's an investment, and now he can do whatever he wants with it. See, those are monopoly moves. Why rent when you can buy the whole fucking boulevard?
And you want to know another monopoly move that just happened recently? The everything just went down red like a couple of days ago. Like everybody lost like a 1.5 trillion got lost. And people was explaining that the rich, when they see that things are going everywhere, Greenland, blah, 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 whatever, they pull their money out and they buy precious metal on
Things
the
that
side.
don't lose
That's right.
value.
That's right. To hold on to keep the money alive.
Exactly. And then
So they know how to keep money
and
alive.
they know that it's going to turn around and it's going to go back up.
Yep.
But now what they're going to do, they're going to keep that. They're going to go see a bank. Yeah, I have 25 million here worth of gold. Can you give me a line of credit? And they're
But
going
that's
to
the
give
beauty about it. Worth of gold. It's not gold. It's
Yeah.
not like they have gold at home.
It's crazy. And then they could take credit and,
And-
borrow off of that, spend the credit,
on the rebuy everything else,
and
but
even
on the
spend
cheap.
everything.
But that's financial reputation.
But that's what I'm saying. That's an education. You have to. It's a culture too. That means you have to grow within it, or you have to obtain that knowledge. It's crazy when your parents didn't teach you. It's a hard
When
road
the
to
parents,
learn.
you
They
on
didn't
the
know
su-
neither, keep in
yeah,
mind.
they're on survival mode. They're trying to make sure that you go to the right school, whatever.
That's
Your
right.
father has 2 jobs. Your
That's
mom also works, and she's a nanny somewhere, whatever. Like you don't see them, you barely see them after. Of course, you're gonna end up in that situation.
Yeah.
But you also, like we said, you also have to be smart enough to understand, like, okay, it's me. I'm a grown ass man now. What's up? What?
But that's another thing.
Do you have
That
to be
we're,
smart enough, or do you have to have the luck, or do you have to?
I always said it. I would rather be lucky than good. Because you cannot fight luck. If it's your time, your moment, you're going to succeed.
yeah.
If you're ready to embrace
Exactly.
it.
Now, what people don't realize is when you get money or when you go for a target of money, we do not plan ahead. We do not plan too further. Like, oh, I'm going to be an athlete, professional athlete. You become a millionaire. Then you're like, okay, let me chill. Let me enjoy the fruit of my hard work.
Yeah.
But they never put a little bit of money on the side.
Because you're still a
Of
worker
pa-
mentality.
Exactly.
Because your parents told you play ball, play ball, play ball.
But that's
so
conditioning.
you
But
never
that's
thought
conditioning. And that's society they enjoy. Come and spend.
wealth.
But there's nothing coming in return. Because all these companies, all these restaurants, all these clubs that take you in and spend your money, the minute you don't have money anymore, you're gone.
You can't even come in.
But if you have passive income and you buy buildings and you buy investments and stuff like that, your capital pool remains the same. Reputation. And most people, like I say, the most fantastic people are Walmart owners. Do you know what they look like? A Walmart owner?
Regular people.
Yeah, no regular, probably, yeah.
But he could be next to you, you would never know.
no, you would never know. I know.
Never know. But trust me, rich people know who they are.
Yeah, that's it.
They're going to walk in a building, they're not going to be like, yo, you can't go in. They're going to be like, yo, you know who that is?
Yeah, you're
That's
right.
what I mean by that. The
Their
regular.
face card is like, that's
For
it
sure.
right there. Yeah.
For sure. They walk in, doors open, and people are like, but who? The regular people are going to be like, who are they?
Some places, all they need is a signature.
Exactly.
He puts the signature on paper, just let him have
Just
what
make
he
a
wants.
call. He's like, I'm coming. Doors open.
He's
like,
good
yo,
for it
right.
type of thing, you
Exactly.
know?
And those reputations, those pulls, those people that own that money, the billionaires of billionaires, they don't chill with it. They don't need nothing to prove.
The crazy part is that people actually give these people more free stuff than anybody else that actually need it.
Because they want them to invest in them.
Crazy.
Give to
They
receive.
already have a way out. They're way out the box.
Yeah, but they want more. It's not even generational wealth. This is multiple generational wealth.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you could project that your grandchildren will have money, yeah, you there already.
No, but you
Except
think
the
about
Vanderbilt.
What?
The Vanderbilts.
Vanderbilts, yeah.
They lost everything, but yeah.
Yeah, but they lost everything because probably they crossed lines with certain people that they should have. Because how is it possible? And I give you these new rich people. Cristiano Ronaldo is a billionaire, right? He's a public figure. He's doing everything. He's doing 250 million a year just playing soccer in the Arab League, by the way. 250 million.
That's crazy, though.
You realize? And the UNICEF, I think, estimated for somebody to eliminate hunger in the world, I think it was like 12 billion. So like Elon Musk could have just eliminated that.
Yep,
like that.
he could have.
But no, he'd rather buy Twitter for whatever reason that is.
But that's what I'm saying. As you progress, isn't that bad?
They don't care.
He's not even on. Remember, we were saying, oh yeah, but you have to survive. He's not.
He's not surviving. He's thriving at this point. Let's be very honest.
Yeah.
But he's the worst father on the planet. 12 kids. Most of them hate him.
Well, Nick Cannon is up there with him.
But Nick Cannon, well, I saw his Christmas pictures. He's doing pretty good with all his ex-wives. But you know what I mean? Like, he's winning in this. He's losing in other things.
Yeah, I guess so.
Now,
Man. He sacrificed the love of his children and all that to be.
Yeah, but now is it a role model that, I want to be like him? Like if tomorrow there was that movie, that new Keanu Reeves with Aziz Ansari and Seth Rogen movie, where there's this super rich guy. Aziz Ansari is this struggling actor. And then the angel comes and make them switch lives, pretty much. But they're aware. It's not like they forget, they're aware. And then you realize that the things that are really important, the things that made you who you are and made you happy, have no price.
No, they have no price.
They have no price. And then when they switch back at the end, the rich guy decides to use his money more to help people around because he was like, I was rich but miserable. I had no purpose.
Yeah, and I find a lot of multimillionaires and billionaires, they usually the decrepit people that have.
But they believe they're
that are
doing good,
sad, man.
because they have
And
those
some of
charity.
them, they just want to be able to walk on the street without being recognized.
Yeah,
Or
a lot of
walking
people
with
Yeah, they're like
security.
really hidden people. They go to the same restaurants,
The
sit in
only
the
one
dark,
that does it is,
eat a steak.
what's his name? The guy that plays basketball all the time there. He just did a movie, golfing.
What is he, an actor? Or?
The actor, yeah. He just did a movie.
No, Keanu Reeves is the perfect example. Lost all the money he made in The Matrix. He gave it back to the doubles, the stunt doubles, and the choreographs.
Oh,
He's like,
yeah?
I don't need the money. Give it back. He takes the bus. He sits down and talks to
Yeah, that's
homeless
what they
people.
said. Yeah, say
'Cause-
Jim Carrey like that.
But
too.
you see, when you're talking about bad luck, he had a lot of bad luck. He lost his wife by sickness. The same year, I think he lost his mom and his sister.
see,
Yet, he's a positive soul. He tries to give back and try to do good.
that's a lot of internal work.
But that's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, you can focus on the bad and say this, or you can say, listen, I'm still alive. That is the greater gift, and let me give back to the people and whatever. Now, again, it doesn't make him a better person than somebody else, because these billionaires could say, yeah, I do charity work. I opened up these foundations, whatever. No, I can't
Yeah, but
follow.
then they get a tax write-off. You ain't doing nothing for good. You're doing it for exchange.
Yeah, but somebody could say that
You
you're doing
lie.
good for karma points too. Right? Depending on which system you're thinking about now here. Those who have beliefs of if you do good, good comes back. Some people do good to get good back. To have positive energy around them.
True, but very, very often people that are wealthy will talk about charities because they're a good business trade-off.
Fair. But some people just do it because they want to help. Now, do they follow what the charity thing is doing and everything? No, they don't have time for that. They have other plans. You know what I mean? So it gets really complicated. And, the expression, hard times make strong man make easy times make weak man make hard times, blah, blah, blah. And this is where the cycle of
I've
things
heard that
going.
said.
Cristiano Ronaldo's kids, I doubt they're going to be coming with they're billionaires, born billionaires. They cannot fail.
Well, they could blow the
Let's
money.
hope. Let's hope.
They're not
Yeah.
going to. But okay,
There is
Sometimes when you're
exceptions.
born in,
But those are the exceptions. Because
the one that blows the money, actually, it's an exception because now there's companies that takes care of billionaires and billionaires' kids.
okay, it's already pre.
Yeah. Like even if you remember that movie with Richard Pryor, the Brewster's Millions,
Yes.
where he gives him a certain amount of millions, and the challenge is if you want to get the billion, you have to spend 200 million in 1 month and have nothing left under your name.
Yes, I
at the
remember
end,
that.
and you cannot give charity. Like there was percentages, so he can spend, go to the bar, this, and that. And then he realized, even when he gets the money, he shares it at the end.
Yeah.
Right? Because he was like, I just realized being rich for a month. And that was the moral that his uncle was trying to teach him. That money does not make you happy.
No, it doesn't make you happy. If anything, total constant accumulation of only money leads you to sadness ultimately, man.
So that's why. And at the end of the day, on your deathbed, you're not going to be thinking about your millions. You're going to be thinking about those memories, the good times, and whatever you share with people.
Yep.
Spend with your kids that you saw.
Yeah.
Some people don't care about their kids.
That's true.
Yeah, a lot
Like
of people
I said,
don't
like
care
we
about
have this idea that, family first, but some people don't care, and it's okay. Each their own. I'm not going to judge.
it. And it's crazy that a lot of billionaires will tell you the first rule of making a lot of money is you have to push everyone out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to push, like, F your mama, F your brother. If you want to make the bill,
Now,
like you
each
guys
their
said,
own.
you're either going to take the apple or like yo.
Yeah,
that's,
yeah. But at the end of the day, like I said, if that makes them happy, that's not the type of things that relate to me.
Yeah.
So I'm
me
not
neither.
looking for that.
I couldn't.
Because you can tell a lot. If I tell you, what is your retirement plan? If you could do anything for your retirement, what would it be?
What do you mean? Retire for the rest of my life?
Yeah. Like, let's just say you did what you had to do. You're in your 60s and it's time to retire. How do you picture your retirement?
I would travel.
So you would be traveling.
Yeah.
Okay. What would be?
Probably the same. But probably trying to give back. I'm probably trying to open a school, university, and give back that way.
And that's cool too. Like me, it would be on an island, quiet. Travel, yes, I love traveling.
Traveling. I'm gonna
Traveling
have
is
that,
part of the game.
Because a lot of places on Earth, man.
But I wouldn't want to be in a big city. I would want to be in a quiet
No.
place, beach,
Today,
nature.
26, I don't want to be in a big city.
You see what I'm saying? I don't want to be in a penthouse, have a view over something or whatever. I want to go somewhere where I don't know anybody or whoever I know is part of my, my core.
Yeah.
Just relax, read a book, enjoy nature, the beach, nature.
That's right. Me
Have
too,
a drink.
me too.
Travel when you can travel, of course. Once in a while you want to, culture and everything like that. Definitely help.
Yeah.
Now, would I be hands-on helping? I would maybe give the tools. You see what I mean?
Yes, exactly.
And that's
Yeah.
what billionaires do.
Yeah.
We all would do pretty much the same thing. Just some people have a more conscious approach, and others
Yes.
are like, listen, I'm giving 20 billion to this charity now. Whatever they do with it, it's not my fault.
Yeah, it's not the problem.
I give what I have to give. You know what I mean? Now, I cannot solve everybody's problem neither. You're going to go crazy. So you have to pick and choose. But you're going to focus on the people you love. Kids, not kids, your girlfriend, whatever it is that makes you happy.
No, there's actually people like I say, like, because at a certain point I was thinking about that, like how it works when you give back to your kids, the all the money that you have. And I was listening to this podcast, and this guy said, when my kids are in the process of getting married, none of them going to be married without a will, not a will,
A prenup.
A prenup. He's like, none of my kids. And he's like, and I made it a simple way. I told my kids, if you don't have a prenup,
You can't have access.
to my money. So go say that to your wife or whatever if she doesn't want to send.
Those are trust issues to another level, my friend.
And he's like,
Yeah.
and one of his child told him like, yeah, but can I have a clause like cheating, blah, blah, blah. He's like, no, you can cheat. I don't want that in the clause. He writes the clause.
Yeah. But what was the purpose of that?
To keep the money in the family.
So it's control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Control.
So that means you do not trust that they will do the right decisions.
No, exactly.
Even in death, you're
they're
trying to
liable,
control
yeah,
people.
they're
How
liable to
crazy is
not
that?
make the right decision. And
Yeah, but you're
flop.
dead. Why do you care?
It's crazy.
Because you don't want them to die.
yeah, you don't want them to die because they're likely to.
But even if you did the right thing and
you
blah,
can't
blah, blah,
control
'cause
everything.
money corrupt.
Yeah, for sure. But the thing is, even if you do and put all these clauses, somebody that wants to fuck up will fuck up.
Yes,
Regardless.
yes,
Drug addiction, gambling, it could be a million things.
that's right.
You put a clause or not a clause. This is why at one point people have to learn how to let go. You're in your death trying to control the living. How crazy,
Crazy, right?
is that?
Crazy.
You're going to be dead.
What do you care?
Exactly. You gave them a chance and now good luck. You're passing.
Yeah, but sometimes I feel like they want to give them a fair chance, meaning.
But that would be how you raise them and educate them, not in your death.
Yeah, but
No,
you
but
weren't
maybe
there.
he feels like they're me. What I think is that he knows that whatever the sacrifices it took for him to get all that, they're very likely to not have the same path.
But they can't because even my kids would not suffer
For
the
sure.
same.
For sure. Like as much as I would like to struggle as much as my parents, it's not possible now.
No, they definitely probably struggled way more than you.
That's what I'm saying. So at the end, I'm just hoping my kids, we pass it forward. It's passing the baton. But I'm not going to tell you how to run and how to do this.
Yeah.
I'm just going to give it to you. I'm going to give you all the tools that I can give you. And hopefully you survive.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you could be, hustled by a Nigerian prince by an email. It could be anything. You know what I mean? Anything's possible. This was fun. Part
Yeah,
three.
Part three.
I want to put stop before it puts stop for me. That's why. Thanks again.
For
Yeah,
real,
man.
thank
Bless you,
I
man. Hey,
appreciate it.
everybody that's listening, go check out Warriors Talk on Instagram. Go check us out on YouTube. We on Spotify as well. And follow Glorious Warriors on TikTok and on Facebook. Shout out to G-Dub. Shout out to Quest for Knowledge. Shout out to Alberto Speech. Shout out to DJ Hypnotic and everybody that supports us and follow us. We love y'all from the AM to the PM. People that love us, see us, and even the haters see them. Peace.